Hey guys, I talk a lot about how I'm currently in the process of publishing my novel, a new adult paranormal suspense, which I haven't shared the title to yet because I plan to do a how-to video on titles. So enjoy the mystery, guys. It's fun. But I have been asked by friends, family, and acquaintances if I plan to publish traditionally or self-publish. And as I've shared in past videos, I'll be self-publishing this novel and all my future novels. Today's video will be on my 5 reasons as to why I'm taking the self-publishing route as opposed to taking on traditional publishing. This is clearly my opinion on my decision based on my research. So don't feel or believe I'm telling you this is the way to go. Be sure to do your own research to find out what's best for you. My first reason is it's faster. With traditional, you have to query and hope someone finds your book good enough to be published. Unfortunately, people end up with hundreds to even thousands of rejections. Some never see their book published, all because one person didn't find it similar to Harry Potter or Twilight. With self-publishing, you get to skip over the querying and rejection and make your dream of having your novel published a reality. While some people finish their novels and just throw it up on any self-publishing company or site, you still need to put in hard work to make it perfect. But at least you're not being told polite no's in endless emails or letters. More often than not, the rejections don't offer insight onto what can make the novel better or more appealing. And when they do, they're usually looking for mainstream trends. But let's be real, if your novel isn't about vampires or secret worlds or witches and wizards, would you really add it to the plot just to get published? Which leads into my second reason, full creative control. It took me years to finish the first draft of my novel, and I'll be damned if someone makes drastic or unwanted changes to my novel just to make it appealing or similar to someone else's work. Traditional publishers are making an investment in your book, so they're gonna have a say in what they want the final product to be. I'm open to constructive criticism, but I'm having final say on whether a scene, character, or concept gets cut or added. With self-publishing, you'll get that final say, but it is a double-edged sword. We've all come across a crack fic that should have never seen the light of day. But if you're a good writer with a decent story, this control will get your unique story out into the world the way you want it, and not as a contortion of what it was. Just some quick advice: no matter how good of a writer you are, and whichever publishing method you go with, get your book professionally edited. Reason 3 I'm self-publishing is marketing. Along with other writers, I thought traditional publishing took on the brunt or all of marketing. Turns out that's not true. Traditional publishers encourage authors to market their book, asking them to create social media platforms and promote themselves. They do only just enough marketing, and with all the authors they have on board, there's a high chance you're not at the top of their priority list, which is lame because I'm a gem. Either route you go with, you're gonna have to market yourself and your books. And if I gotta do it anyway, then I'm sure as hell gonna get paid for it. That is why reason 4 I'm self-publishing is money. Depending on who you self-publish through, you can get anywhere from 50 to 80% of profit. And that's great because if you're only doing ebooks, the return on investment can be higher and faster. When it comes to traditional publishing, it's not that easy. Traditional publishers evaluate and come up with an estimate of how popular your novel will be. While we all want to believe we're gonna have the next smash hit bestseller, they don't see it that way. This estimated prediction of your book's popularity determines what kind of advance you get. For those unfamiliar with the term, an advance is a paycheck you get kind of upfront. The advance is broken up usually into 3 payments, but the time period between those payments can be pretty damn long. Some writers don't care about the wait because they know the money's coming, but the norm of an advance is about $10,000, which I get that some people won't or can't complain about, but basic living costs about $14,000 to $48,000 in the US and rising. It takes a writer at minimal a year to finish the first draft of a novel, assuming they're working as full-time writers, which means they gotta crank out another book fast because they're literally living paycheck to paycheck. I'm sure you're wondering about royalties. Authors are guaranteed royalties from traditional publishers on their books, which is awesome if your book does really well or better than expected. Unfortunately, you're only getting about 10 to 15%. I know, and you gotta market the book too. And you only get that money after you've sold that predicted number of books, and in some sense paid back that advance. Plus, it only pays out 2 times a year, so it's 6 months before you see another payment. Sometimes your book sales fall short of the prediction and you make no royalties. I get that everyone in traditional publishing needs to get paid, and call me stingy, but if I didn't write the book, there'd be nothing to publish. So I think I should get paid more than 10 to 15%. The last reason, number 5, is I get more leverage. At any point while self-publishing, I can decide to take on traditional publishing. If you're just starting out, traditional publishing holds all the cards. But once you've established a loyal fan base and decent sales, you've got the power to negotiate some pretty damn good contracts. Here's another quick advice I can't stress enough. Whether it's traditional publishing or self-publishing, learn about the business side of this industry. Own this motherfucker. It sounds overwhelming and like a drag, but you'll win in the end and be grateful you did. So now that I shared my 5 reasons, I am going to say that there are some downsides to self-publishing. One is how heavily saturated the self-publishing industry is. Anyone can self-publish regardless of skill. It makes it seem that it's impossible to get noticed in a sea of other authors. And second is a sense of illegitimate success. Others immediately assumed that you and your book couldn't cut it the traditional publishing route. So of course you had to self-publish. What's annoying is that they tell you, like, why? Well, fuck that feeling. There are plenty of legitimate writers who self-publish, some who are coveted by the big five. Just because you self-publish doesn't mean that you're not a real writer or author. All you gotta do is keep creating and make yourself a business expert, and you'll come out on top in either publishing method. So those are my 5 reasons I'm self-publishing. I hope they were useful in your decision. Hit the thumbs up button if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel for past and future videos on book and writing content. Turn on those notifications so you're the first to know when I drop a new video. And follow me on social media. As always, thanks for watching. Until next time.